All right, guys, welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. Today, we got two very special guests. As you guys know, on the last episode, we had stand-up comic, local stand-up comic, Mike Burns. He was... Come on, dude, really? I just see the change machine, just like I was telling you. It fucking goes off and she goes ape shit. Sorry about that. So Mike set us up with two local stand-up comics, friends of his or whatever. So we got Blake Whitbeck and J.Connolly over here. What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys making the drive out here to do the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us.
Of course, dude. So we're just going to get right into it. Obviously, you guys have seen a little bit of the show. It's just basically us getting to know you guys a little bit and just fucking riffing and having a good time. So what I really wanted to start off with is, how did both of you, I mean, we'll go one at a time, obviously, but why did you guys get into stand-up comedy? I mean, what made you guys, obviously I know a little bit about you because Mike told me.
Yeah.
But we'll start with Blake. Like, how long you been doing it? What made you want to get into it?
I'm like almost 3 years in.
Oh,
pretty
shit.
Close. Like two and 3/4 about. Let's see. I used to do rap music.
No.
I was trying to do that for a while.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, did you make your own beats and shit?
I didn't make my own beats, but I would write my own lyrics. I would rap.
Well, you should hook up with the producer of the show because he makes beats.
Does he?
Yeah.
Really?
So that's how I see, now I'm just gonna go off just to let you guys know. So that's how he's my cousin. Our dads are brothers. So he was like, hit me up one time and was like, hey, I like the podcast. You should let me produce it. And I'm like, what the fuck do you know about it? I go to his house and like, we're first cousins, but we don't hang out a lot. And I get in his house and he's got two fucking monitors or computer screens, whatever the fuck they're called, and then a tower that he built himself. And then he's got Fruity Loops and all these fucking speakers and shit. I'm just like, he's like, yeah, check this out. And he's just like showing me beats and shit that he's been making. He doesn't rap. He just makes beats.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I gave him an episode. He gave it back to me and I'm just like, okay, you got the job.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, that's
so
sick.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, those producers, they're like a different beast, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. He's like a huge video gamer and just like loves producing things. It's wild.
Yeah, I like wrote raps for a while, and then I met, I knew a guy from high school that also got into it. He introduced me to a producer.
Did you ever
that
perform
had a
live?
Studio. Yeah, a couple times. Was not good.
No? I got a rapper buddy that was on the show, PB Mogul. He's fucking killing it right now.
Is he?
Dude, he's doing a show today's Saturday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
With Bobby Schmurda.
No way.
She's opening for him tonight in Syracuse.
What?
Dude, this kid, that's the highest viewed episode that I have. We did 2 parts because obviously if we go long enough, break them into 2 pieces or whatever. His first episode's got 1.2 thousand views and the second part's got 1.1 thousand. So
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it happened like overnight. It was wild. I checked it one day and it was at like 193. Next morning I get up, go to the bathroom, and I'm just scrolling through my phone. And I look at it and it's up to over 1,000 views. I'm like, all right, what'd he do?
Yeah.
Did he mention it at a concert or something?
No, so he dropped a single that like blew up. Not like, I mean, it's all like internet rap. So it's like all SoundCloud, like all that shit, but it's very local to the area. I don't know. People must have fucking just Googled his name or put his name into YouTube and the show pops up. So people say my reels or like the shorts or whatever that you can make on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that probably went somewhere, too.
Those shits pop up. My buddies are like, dude, you're all over my fucking YouTube just because we're friends. So like our phones know that we're friends. And they're like, yeah, you're all over the place.
And then like when you watch it, it shows it to other friends of yours.
Right, yeah.
And then like it just...
I hate this algorithm bullshit. It's annoying as fuck.
It's
just crazy. All right, I'm going to go off. Just continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
This is the show. I cut people. It's me interviewing you and me cutting you off the entire fucking time.
I picked that up. It's fine. It's cool.
So
that's what it's all about. No, so I basically started off doing that, and I didn't really, I just didn't like it that much, and I found myself like writing a bunch of my raps were just being more funny than they were like
Weird Al shit. or not as ridiculous.
Maybe more of like a Little Dicky-ish kind of.
Okay.
Vibe.
I forget about
something
him.
about
I forget
like
about
that,
him.
or like Bo Burnham. I love Bo Burnham.
I know the name.
So,
I don't know if I'm familiar with material.
Bo Burnham, he like plays the piano and like sings songs and shit. He's more of a stand-up than
maybe that's why
music.
I know the name then. Because I love stand-up. I mean, I don't know if you watched the episode with Mike, but that's kind of how I started podcasting, because I fucking love all the stand-ups that I love. They all have podcasts. You know what I mean?
Who's like your favorite? Like if you had a top 3.
Well, I mean, Joey Diaz is the fucking man.
Okay.
So, I mean, that I relate to that motherfucker a lot. You know, I catch him like telling stories, and I'm just like, man, this just sounds like me, except I don't live in the city. But yeah, it's gotta be Joey Diaz. I love Shane Gillis, obviously. Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. It's one of my favorites. Bad Friends, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee. I love those motherfuckers. And then like Your Mom's House with Tom and Christina P and shit. I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like,
that's like podcasts, right? Like, do you have like a favorite stand-up?
their stand-up.
Too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Tim Dillon. Like if you go to my thing, it's
it looks like mine.
Fuck? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Yeah, see, it's just like Stabby. Stabby's one of my fucking favorites, dude. He is
he's great.
So fucking funny. Hilarious. So you're like, obviously the Sopranos kids, I love that. But that's my favorite. Are You Garbage is...
I think it's the greatest podcast ever made.
It's fucking brilliant.
I really think it is. And the fact that, like, being an old guy, like, the fact that they didn't get anywhere until now.
Right,
for them,
Foley's like almost 50.
Yeah, I know.
It's wild.
And, like, they're great. It's that and Bad Friends, and I think those are like two of the best because they are truly friends. They truly love each other.
Right, yeah.
But they will also not stop
shitting on each other.
Calling out on bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Kippy don't fuck around, dude. Kippy shits on Foley all the time, and I love it. I'm there for it, baby.
And it's just like, I see a lot of myself in them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like the same age as Kippy.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like, me and him, like, all his references are all exactly like my teenager. Like, I wasn't a dirtbag kid from Philly, but, like, I was
I resonate with it.
I'm a suburban kid who smoked cigarettes as a teenager. And
I'm the dirtbag kid from Herkimer, so it's just as bad as Philly, probably. We just don't have Kensington Street. Now we have Main Street.
And with that hat, you do look like you could have came from Philly.
Yeah, I could definitely be like a.
You got to just start saying water.
Yeah, a no good kid from the mean streets of fill in the blank.
Yeah, right.
Could be Philly, could be Boston, could be Chicago. It doesn't,
I think the hat's more Chicago for sure.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, what you doing here?
Yeah, that is what I'm thinking.
That
is what I'm thinking. I got it backwards.
Yeah. Well, so, all right, how old are you, Blake?
I'm 31.
Oh, so you're my age then. Oh, okay, no shit. I wasn't sure. You seem young.
I know, I get that a lot.
You seem very young. But you're the same age as me, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a year older, so listen to your elders,
That's
all right?
what happens, dude. Oh, my God. When April hits, I'm going to look like this.
It's like,
actually, you look older than me. I don't have a beard. It throws everybody off.
Yeah.
I look like a fucking child.
Yeah, if I shave, I look 19 again.
Yeah.
I look way older with facial hair, for sure. I shave, I got a chubby...
I've seen your pictures on your Facebook and shit.
Yeah, I look like a little kid.
I creep both your shit, so I mean I gotta do the homework when I interview people. So also you guys gotta step your social media games up big time if you're gonna be doing comedy.
Well, here's the thing. So what happened was I had a bunch of shit on and I just wiped my page like a month ago.
Oh, okay. Because when we added each other or whatever, you had the show, I was looking on your thing. I'm like, dude, this guy ain't got shit on here. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I think like Facebook's the only one I didn't rip everything down, but everything else I ripped it down because it's like when you watch your shit from like when you first started, I had clips from when I was like 8 months in or something, and there's people laughing, but you're like looking at yourself like, oh God, I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want this to like represent
who you are as a comic and shit. Yeah, I feel you should keep it though, because then it represents the growth that you're making as well. You can like look back on it and be like, this is where I was and this is where I am now.
That's true. Like I didn't take it down entirely. It's just hidden.
Right. Okay.
I just hid all the posts or whatever. But you're right. I probably should because it does look bad. Yeah. Like when I add new people, it's bad, like but it doesn't look good. Especially when like the one that I posted is doing way worse than anything I had posted before. So it's like I took everything down and then posted a new one, and I was like, I can't wait till everybody sees how good I got. And then it's nothing.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like the algorithm in social media is just so you never know what's gonna hit. You never know what's gonna fail.
Yeah, it's tricky.
The thing that you think's gonna be great flops, and the thing you think's not gonna be great is awesome.
Yep.
Right.
To the internet, it's like ass backwards.
Well, yeah, like
it is.
I don't know, like I don't like using social media. Like,
Yeah, you want one?
Thanks.
You got a lighter?
You
got one?
I have a.
I definitely have a lighter. Oh, you got a thing?
But I got a thing. Too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here.
I'd rather use that than my lighter.
I was gonna say I can pop it with a lighter if you want.
If you want to do it.
Yeah, I drank Coronas a lot, and then I didn't get fat, but.
Ooh.
You can't do that.
It's impressive. I can't do that.
Really?
I do it a different way than you do, though. I get my finger underneath the lighter.
How did I just do it?
You did it like upside down from what I would do, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just
Looks pretty normal.
I don't know.
my buddy can shoot him. I don't know how he does it, but he gets some real pop in there. And
Is he the guy that like flicks pennies at you too?
Yeah, he's a dick. Actually, I got to go to his kid's birthday party tomorrow. So, speaking of, I just saw your lighter. I just saw those guys over the summer.
Really?
Yeah, it was
They
sick.
still good?
Yeah, dude, it was. So I saw them back in 2015 when they played Saratoga. They played SPAC with Matt Skiba when he was playing guitar for them.
Yeah.
I saw them then. Fast forward to this year, we drove to, where the hell did we go? Massachusetts or Connecticut, one of the two. Saw them there. It was
That's awesome.
it was amazing.
I saw them.
So Blink 182 later.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Blink-182. You guys already know.
Yeah.
I saw them at
whole episode about
Edgefest 99.
Really? That was probably sick, though, dude.
And met them because they were so new.
Right, yeah.
That they did like signings at a.
So it was like
tent
Warped
or
Tour,
whatever.
yeah, when the band would
it was
come
at
back.
Altamont Fairgrounds.
Nice, dude.
And it was like they were assholes too, kind of like in a funny way.
Everything you want.
Yeah. My friend goes, "How do we know you're really Blink 182?" And they're like, "Ask your mother." Like, it was like really funny
That's fun.
because he was being a dick, and they just were a dick right back to him, and it was great.
All right. Well, so on that note, how did you get into comedy? We kind of heard your story a little bit when Mike was on. So
I just always wanted to do it. I never did it.
you guys started together, you and Mike, right?
Yeah, I went to like 2 open mics in Saratoga.
Okay.
And just watched.
Right.
Didn't perform. And then I was like, all right, I think I can do just as well, if not better, than half of the people that were on stage tonight.
Gotcha.
With basically very few jokes that I thought of ahead of time or whatever.
Were either of you guys like just terrified?
Yeah.
I mean, you just saw me. I can't even do that.
A little, but not like, well, alcohol helps.
Yeah, of course it does.
Like, you have a couple.
Wait till you see how much I drink during the show.
Like a beer at least, just to like take the nerves off.
Yeah.
Or you ever watch Kill Tony?
Yeah, of course.
So I watched a bunch of that before I started. You probably did too, right?
No, I didn't watch that until I started doing comedy because I didn't really know it existed. I didn't.
Yeah.
That was what got me into trying it.
That kind of just blew up recently, though. Like in the last
last
year
I was
or two.
watching it like.
Right,
There's a bubble, or not a bubble, but there's a what I just called it something in the car.
I don't know. Boom?
Yeah, boom.
Comedy
boom.
boom?
There's a huge comedy boom right now.
Right, yeah.
Probably because of COVID.
It's
ironically.
100%. 100%.
Like that we couldn't go and do anything for a year and a half. And then now we want to go and do everything.
Well, that
and that's the only new thing that we didn't do a lot of was comedy.
That and
we always went to the movies and stuff like that. But
people were home doing nothing, so they were on the internet a lot, which means they got to explore more, which means more comics and
more podcasts,
more entertaining things were found out about, like podcasting. Because I got really big into it back in like 2015. Yeah. And like barely anybody, I would be like, "Oh, dude, I was listening to this podcast." They're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
like nobody knew. And that was only fucking 10 years ago. Not even really. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, 10 years ago this year. So it's just crazy that, like, COVID was horrific for the world, but for the entertainment world, it was clearly amazing. So
right. Well, it may have kind of killed movie theaters, but they were on their way out anyway.
Yeah. I just went, actually. The day after Thanksgiving, me and my daughter went and saw the new Moana movie.
Like, people will go to the movies to see Star Wars, but they're not going to the movies to see Anchorman anymore.
Right, yeah.
Like, they're just not, like, just put it on Amazon.
Right.
And, like, I'll watch it at home.
That's
It'll be great.
Saying. Like, dude, that TV's basically a fucking theater screen in your living room, and then you got this nice-ass couch. Like, so I just went and saw Moana 2, like I just said. It was like almost $60 just for me and my daughter to go, because I bought the upgraded ones with like the recliners. They're like nice leather recliners. I brought blankets. Like, it was a whole thing. but then you got to get fucking popcorn and snacks and
Right.
everything else. So it was $35 just for the tickets, and then I spent another 22 on fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it never used to be that expensive to go to the fucking movies.
Yeah, right.
Like you could go to the movies for $5 back in the day.
Get like $10 to go to the mall with, and I could go to a movie, and probably have like something left.
Exactly.
Like,
now you got to fucking. It's crazy. It's not plausible to fucking bring a whole family to the movies anymore. It's crazy.
Well, there used to be the $2.99 theater way back in the day in Colony, right, like where Northway Mall is in the back. There used to be a $2.99 theater, and it was a bunch of movies like 6 months after because there wasn't streaming. So it went from the movies to video to HBO.
Right.
Essentially, that was the progression of a movie.
Right, yeah.
And it would go like theaters, and then right before the movie would come out on like DVD or VHS probably at that point, it would be at this theater for $3.
Oh, cool.
And they'd even give you the penny back.
Well, usually if you would say to me, because of how much of a piece of shit I am, of course, every fucking time I start recording, yeah, if you told me there was a $2.99 movie theater, my mind just immediately goes to Dirty Movie. Like that's a a spank bank theater for sure.
I saw
know
like
what I mean?
Austin Powers there. You know what I mean? Because it was like after it came out, 6 months later, we're like, oh, we can go see it for $3 again, and not wait until it comes out on DVD or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of movies there. I saw Jurassic Park 4 times there.
Really?
I saw Jurassic Park 7 times in the movie theater as a kid. It's my favorite movie of all time. Well, second probably, but
that's probably why the ticket prices are so high, to keep people like you from buying several tickets to see the same movie. That's ridiculous. What are you doing?
It's $3. And then I saw one on a class field trip or something.
Like, but what are you hoping to see the next time?
What do you mean?
Like you're just hoping to catch something different.
You never watched the same movie more than once?
That's all I do.
Not
in theaters.
Not in. Like,
I watched it in the best way you could have seen it multiple times. It was never getting any better than that.
Yeah, once you get the movie yourself, then it's like, okay, I can watch this like once every couple months. But I'm not going to be like, oh, in a theater cycle, I need to.
Yeah, but at home,
I need to watch Home Alone 2
at home,
6 times
with my hands on like kicking my feet in bed. I can watch it at home when I can watch it at the movie theater.
I would rather watch it at home, I think.
Yeah.
You're just more comfortable. It's just it's a better environment, I think. You're not around a bunch of strangers.
Yeah. Well, sure, now.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about now. Yeah.
Oh, I need to pee.
Yeah, think about the TV I was watching Jurassic Park on in 1997.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it. No, there's a reason why nobody wants to go to the movies.
Right. Because everything,
Look at this thing. That TV is freaking...
Why go to a football game? It's better. This is better.
Yeah.
Like watching it like on a television is so much better than like spending $400 to go to a football game.
Yeah.
Right? It's insane.
Can I take a break real quick? I'm sorry. This is important.
Yeah,
my kid's fucking having like allergic reactions to shit all week, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Right, her mom just called me, so give me 1 second.
Yep,
Keith, cut all this shit.
You're not on TikTok, are you?
No. It exists on my phone. I get notifications for it, but I do not open it.
I'll be honest. I was a TikTok hater for so long, but I'm gonna miss it when it's gone now.
Yeah, I
got on it like the last 6 months, dude. It's the best app, because this is gonna sound a little gay of me, okay? But it is the only woman-centric app. Okay? So like Twitter is pretty much just like racist,
angry dudes.
Yeah, angry racist dudes a lot of the time. You could even it's just angry dudes.
It's angry dudes.
Facebook is like,
I assume racist dudes are angry dudes.
It's like angry dudes, racist dudes, but then it's like borderline like porn now.
Yeah,
like
I've heard that.
It's just like I'll be scrolling through, and then it's just like my recommended. It'll be like, I don't know, like Lois from fucking Family Guy, like spreading her ass.
Really?
Yeah, and you're just like, why?
That's in like the recommended.
Yeah, it's just like this is the.
I get it existing,
feeds or
but
whatever.
like for it to like give it to you,
it's like trying. And I don't use it, so it's like it can't be my algorithm.
So somebody's paying for that.
Instagram seems super horny now. It's like just dudes, like, and then like whores.
Yeah, it is. It's so much whores. But
so much whores.
So
but
much
then
whores.
TikTok is like, it's still like skits and like little, they're doing like memes. Like there was this whole thing that girls were doing where it was women in men's fields. So it would be like a girl would I don't know. they'd be like, I told him that I don't really feel like talking about my feelings, like everything's okay, and then I punched a hole in the wall. And then it's like women in men's fields.
Oh, like
it's like basically women like doing what men do in relationships, but like trying to brag about it. And it was really funny. And then dudes would like try to come out and be like, "Oh, men in women's fields," and it would be like, "Yeah, when you text her 8 times in a row and she doesn't text you back." And it's like, yeah, I did that too. And you're like, "Ugh, man, we look pathetic. We look pathetic on this app." But you get to see, like, inside women's minds, you get to see, like, they have caught on. Like, a lot of our tricks are not working. Like, we need to...
Well, yeah, as information spreads. But
yes,
it's the
as
same
information
thing,
spreads.
Same thing for... Well, the thing is, most guys don't care, just in general, about a lot of things.
I saw this Reddit post the other day of this woman, and she was like, yeah, me and my husband, we've been arguing a lot, and... I don't know. We've been sleeping in separate beds, and I snooped through his computer. I know I'm a bitch. Don't get on me, but I snooped through his computer, and I looked at his like search history, and it was just filled with like how to cut up a body and like how to properly cook a body and eat it. And she's like, and like how to dispose of a body without anybody knowing. And she's like, should I be concerned? Like, am I worried? Everybody in the comments has to be like, girl, get out of the house. Like, what are you talking about? But like they just don't.
Yeah, but you don't think that's real.
Some of them are.
Not talking about murder.
Not that one, but
like TikToks. Like we were talking about TikTok.
No. Yeah,
he's trying to like sell me on TikTok, and I have no.
I hate it. I don't use it. I don't do it. My girlfriend runs the because we do have a TikTok for the podcast.
Yeah.
She runs it. I don't even know the password.
I have a TikTok. I have it on my phone. I get notifications for it, and I don't open the app. Because it's funnier to get.
So how did you set it up?
I do have it. Like I signed up for it.
Gotcha.
It's just, but like I just don't use it because I didn't want to get another thing.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. I'll get notifications on my phone that say like 0 people you interacted with were interested in this as like a notification. Yeah. So I think like I like that to have it just for that dumb shit.
That's fun.
Or one person you interacted with. I go, dude, I haven't opened this app in a year.
Yeah.
What do you mean one person? So like somebody I interacted with a year ago, you're suggesting me something from them.
That's wild.
It's just like, it's funny to watch that algorithm go like work.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, is everything good?
Yeah. I knew that was going to fucking happen. It happens every fucking time. But yeah, she's been, I don't know what the fuck's going on. She's not allergic to anything. And the last 3 days, she's been having these like outbreaks of like rashes on her fucking arms and her face and shit. And we went to the hospital on Thursday and they were just like, yeah, it's just nothing. She's fine. Like just give her Benadryl and she'll be all right. But it shouldn't keep happening every fucking day. Right. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Did the Benadryl do anything?
Yeah, it takes it away. But then it just knocks her out.
Right.
So she doesn't want to take it. She's fucking 8,
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not trying to go to bed at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
For us, it's like, if you were like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just take some Benadryl, and that means like I get to lie on the couch and watch TV and fall asleep if I want. Or
do
whatever.
either of you guys have kids?
No. I don't. No, thanks.
Yeah. Believe me, I've spoken a lot about being a parent.
I've made it this far without them. There's no reason now.
Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't in the cards, as I say, but it happened, and
yeah.
I mean, look at my house now. So it's just fucking.
Kids are cool. They can be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's like I always say like, oh, I hate kids. I don't hate kids, but like they're not for me. I like my nieces, my nephews are great. They're awesome kids.
But you get to leave.
Yeah, right. I don't have to make sure my actions don't determine other people's like
outcomes.
Yeah,
it's fucking. Believe me,
it's not my responsibility that like a life doesn't die.
Yeah,
but like human life.
Yeah.
Not like a dog is easier. They'll eat, but it's different.
I never had anxiety ever in my life. And if you watch the show, like, dude, I was a piece of shit for a lot of my life. And then this kid fucking comes in here and it's just like, I'm fucking worried about everything now.
Yeah, right.
Every goddamn little thing. I'm fucking like freaking out. I'm like, why is this happening to me? I'm like, I don't care. Like, what the fuck? It's
like I take care of my old dad.
Crazy.
And like I live with my dad and he's like almost 80 years old.
Oh, damn.
And that's like having a kid. But like
I don't mean to
But
laugh,
like, but it's like having a kid. It's like actually, I never thought about this. It's like having a child actor kid.
Yeah,
like you still have to take care of them, but they're paying for everything.
Right. That's funny.
Fucking funny, right?
That's funny.
So I got more out of this than the mic on yesterday, probably.
That's pretty good.
That's funny.
Well, you guys performed last night?
Yeah, well, he didn't go. There was a open mic in Saratoga.
So, all right,
Comedy Works.
Let's go back to comedy here for a second. How often are you two getting up? Like,
as much as possible.
Like during the week? Like during the week? Like, is it just on the weekends? Or are you guys doing it during the week?
Actually, the weekends are the least that you're doing it.
Yeah,
just because you're new guys, like up and coming.
No, well, I mean, there's no like there's no open mics on a Saturday or Sunday. Well, there is actually on Sunday. There is at Lark, but there's no open mics on a Saturday. And like
shows are not every weekend.
Okay.
Right. So like if you have a show on the weekend, like that's awesome. But that's also only usually like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of like one weekend. The rest of the week you're trying to hit as many mics as possible.
Yeah. I don't think
and there's what, like 6, 7? There's 7.
Yeah, you can hit 7.
You could do 7 a week.
Really?
I probably do 4.
No shit.
And that's just because I do DoorDash and I have to work at night. I can't miss every weeknight.
Right. We don't fucking have that. I mean, we have it around here, but I don't think a lot of people use it.
I was gonna say the gas station had a DoorDash pickup sign.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
So like,
I haven't seen that yet.
I hate those orders. I'll get a 7-Eleven order, and I'm like, I'm not picking that up.
Is it lucrative?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it fits really well with like being around,
schedule.
being with my dad.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Right.
I also don't have to pay a rent or a mortgage.
Gotcha.
So there's that aspect of it being I'm lucky that I don't have to, so I can do this. So this works easier and everything works easier.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
My buddy does it in Utica, and he's like, you can make like a couple $100 a day. He's like, but you basically got to answer every single one that comes through.
Oh no, see, I'm the opposite.
Do it as fast as you possibly can. Well, he does it to live.
Well, the
You
thing,
know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's his income.
But the problem with that is he's costing himself money a lot of the time because he's probably taking bad orders in an effort to take as many orders as possible.
Oh, probably. I don't know. I've never fucking tried it.
Because it's all math, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, how much does your car cost to operate? Per
Right.
mile?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Imagine me doing it in a fucking pickup truck.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people do it in like
crazy.
a van, like a minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess those like newer minivans probably aren't bad on mileage. But like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've seen pickup trucks, and I'm like, dude, there's no way. I saw somebody in like a Trailblazer or something, like a
SUV,
Suburban
yeah.
almost. And I'm like, there's no way you're making money doing
No
that.
way. Yeah, the gas alone would fucking kill you.
And like, what's the tires cost on that? If you're going through tires,
Oh, I just paid $1,000 for those ones out there.
it's like every part of the car that falls apart
Right, yeah.
is the parts you have to replace all the time. The brakes, the tires,
yeah.
and oil changes, things
Right.
like that. Doing an oil change on a Suburban isn't $20.
No, it's about $100.
Yeah, right. Like,
So it cost me about, because I do my own, so it's about $60 to do mine.
right.
On my truck.
And I can get it
so-
done for $15 if I
Yeah.
find a deal.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But no, you're typically like every night you are going to the open mic. I'm probably doing like 4 or 5 a week.
Yeah.
I'll try to do all 7 if I can.
Yeah,
That's crazy. See, you can't do that with a kid.
yeah,
I got to
right.
go to cheer practice on Mondays
Yeah.
and Thursdays, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but when's that over?
it starts at 5:30 and ends at 7:30.
You could get to a bunch of them still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I got to get up at 2 a.m. to go to work.
Well,
So here's the
that's
thing,
the price
is
you
that-
pay.
Yeah, I ain't sleeping.
Here's the tricky part, right? Is that you could do it, but you're not going to get to do anything else. So you could go there and
Yeah.
sign up and do your 5 minutes and then just leave.
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
then like
No
You're not
networking.
gonna, no
Right,
networking.
right.
You're not hanging out with people.
It's so
Nobody
much-
knows you.
that's the
Nobody's
fun
gonna
part.
invite
Right,
you.
yeah.
You don't get to drink at the mic. You don't get to like
That would-
enjoy the fact that you just did well or didn't do well or
That would be my thing. Is like I want to be there for the hang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the hang is what I want.
Our time we
It's
get
so fun.
some places we get 4 minutes. We don't even get 5.
That's
so like you're not there for you're there for the 4 minutes, but a lot of the time the other 2 hours is more rewarding in
Right.
some way because you're maybe trading tags or
Yeah, well, like networking is like the whole shtick of the fucking game. Doing comedy is like the more you get your name out there, the more people you meet, the
Yeah.
The better you make yourself off, like the better you're gonna do. Essentially,
be around is kind of a thing. Just being in comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, also, it's just having a new person thinking about something. Like you just gave him something for a bit that he's been working on for 3 months.
What did I do?
Where like, you know what I mean?
Just like thinking about how my dad is like a kid. Like I don't want kids, but my dad's a kid. I've been like working on that.
As shit.
Yeah, so he's been working on that as something where it's like, oh yeah, what is the correlation of like my dad? I'm taking care of my dad, and he used to be taking care of me.
Right,
and it's like similar. And then he brought up, I don't know how it got brought up, but then it was like a spoiled or
child actor,
and that's a perfect example. Like that gets it more specific.
Yeah,
and then it's like, oh, now it makes more sense. So
I think you should
just little things like that.
You should do something with what you said earlier about dogs biting people, but like kids.
I wrote it down in the car.
Dude, that was hilarious. You're like, fucking, that was so funny. That was very clever.
That's the one thing, right? You got to write everything down.
Yeah.
You really do.
I'm just too scatterbrained and too nervous to do it, I think.
I'm like, so nervous is a thing because you don't want to go up there and like, I'm nervous most of the time in some way.
I threw up because I got student of the month in the first grade.
Oh yeah, so I'll get like shaky knees.
I threw the fuck up.
Or shaky hands. That's why you'll never see me. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And like, but I'll never hold something in my hand except the microphone. Is the only thing I'll like if I have notes, I'm not going to hold them,
right?
Because they're going to be
like fucking.
They're going to be doing a little bit of this. I don't even like drinking on stage because you can see it.
Yeah,
right. You like bringing the bottle up to your mouth,
chip your fucking tooth,
and probably to me that right, like a jackhammer.
Yeah,
but like to me that like is more noticeable to me. I don't know how noticeable it is to other people. Probably not as much as it is to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen you guys on stage, so I mean, I've seen the bits that you guys put online.
Right.
You can't see that from a camera, but in person it might be a little bit different. I don't know. I seen that. So I'm a big dice. I'm a big dice guy, and I saw your bit. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was for Halloween.
I appreciate it. That was sick. I love Dice. He's fucking hilarious.
The funny thing is, I did that a couple times.
Really?
Probably one time too many, but it was still good the last time.
Does the crowd get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like most of the time, it's mostly comics.
Yeah.
Right? So they know who he is.
Yeah.
And like they know, whatever. And it was like Halloween, so I did it like the first time, and like. I don't even remember what I did the first time. It just wasn't great, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And then the second time I came up with like a bit for it, and I wrote like the new songs.
Yeah, you got to redo his poems, but with different words,
with new songs.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like new,
that would be that'd be the way to go.
Chaperone song and like a
Sabrina
Carpenter song, like. Because I asked the young people what songs.
You did a Sabrina Carpenter song dressed as Dice?
Kind of.
Yeah. He's like, you ever tried this one? Oh.
It was espresso. And I was like, say it ain't so, I'm foaming in my pants like an espresso, like, or something like that. Like, and then what I did was I did my jokes as him. And it was one of the most fun things I ever did because they were my jokes.
As Dice.
Did
you do the accent, right?
Yeah, but it was bad.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
That's also part of the shtick.
Yeah.
I feel like the worse you are at it, the better.
The costume was far better than the accent.
Yeah,
than the voice.
That's what you got to do.
I just needed to look like him.
In that scenario, you got to dress just like him and have like his little cadences and shit.
Yeah, I did that okay.
Right, yeah. But like, if you were terrible at doing a New York accent and tried it for every single word, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't like care about the accent as much as I cared about like my jokes. That like normally I wouldn't say I'm a clean comic, but like I'm not like a real dirty comic.
Right, yeah.
So like it was fun to do my jokes dirtier.
Yeah,
in a way.
Well, okay, stay on that topic a little bit. So what about you, Blake? Do you consider yourself a dirty or a clean comic? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty dirty. Yeah.
So like, is it like when you look at comics today, like if they say fuck or they swear, they consider themselves a dirty comic?
No, that's different.
Yeah, see, I don't consider that being dirty. I figure your subject matter of what you're talking about, that was what makes you a dirty or clean comic. You know what I mean?
Well, like
okay, so there is like you could, in theory, take like a dirty subject and make it clean if you wrote it really well.
How? Like, how would you? Like,
you just have to use a lot of innuendos.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So not actually.
It's more work.
So talking about the topic, but not actually talking about it.
Kind
of like that.
Like if you watch a Tonight Show, and you see somebody
true.
and they're on, and it's like they're doing a joke about how they had sex with a girl last night, but they can't say that, so they're like, I hooked up with a girl last night, and when we got intimate in the bedroom, things got awkward, and you can do stuff like that. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Like Seinfeld's talked about sex
That's
in
true.
jokes probably, but I'm sure it's not in any way that,
But what we're talking about, I'm sure, is like the subject matter.
Yeah.
Mostly.
How do you feel about Seinfeld? I don't like him.
Like, I mean, I grew up loving it, but like, it's also like, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
There's so many, so Carlin's the best as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's great.
And but Seinfeld is close. And for a completely
there it is.
change machine.
Yeah.
For a completely different reason.
Knock it off.
Like, right? They're two different people.
Yeah.
Like, especially doing all these open mics, you
Right.
watch the variation of what goes on stage.
Yeah.
And you're like, everybody is a different person. Like, very few of us, I think, are like the same comic.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's the same.
Yeah, so you guys see a lot of open mic guys. Do you ever catch anybody like copying each other?
No, you see like people copying like famous comedians.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
that's kind of what I mean.
Not the words, but like
their style,
stance,
and how they act.
We
and
all
like,
do it though,
right,
in some way.
Because yeah, for sure. Because
Oh my God.
I hear famous comedians talking about how like, oh yeah, I kind of impersonate this person and this guy, and I kind of got my style from this guy and shit.
Yeah.
And
You see people do the two elbows, Shane Gillis thing every once in a while.
I'm literally forcing
does the
myself to
face.
not do it. I've done so many weird ticks where I like scratch my head or
Right.
I rub my belly.
That's weird.
I
If you started rubbing your belly on stage, that's wild.
It's weird. But the new one is I've just been doing his thing where I hold it like this and I go
the
like
two
this with
elbows.
my elbows.
you gotta do the fucking
yeah.
do the fucking face every time.
But yeah, I like it. There's only so many things you can do.
Yeah,
Right,
It's
so-
it seems like it's all been done, so you kind of have to.
Well, but you're gonna do something.
Right. That's That's what
So
I
like
mean.
you're gonna play with the chord, you're gonna wrap the chord. But I've seen I've done this. I used to do it. We have we're pretty good with each other.
Yeah.
And we're pretty friendly with each other. So if
Okay.
somebody's doing something that's distracting and weird, we tend to tell them.
Yeah, call them out.
Be
on
like, hey,
it.
not even call them out, but just be like, hey man, you scratched your head 17 times.
Hey Blake, you're
during
rubbing your
set.
tummy a lot.
Yeah, right. But that helps us. It's it's good for us. But yeah, I've seen people wrap the cable around. Like by the time you're done, you have 7 wraps around your
Their
hands.
fucking
He says
fingers
he's
are
seen
falling
people.
off.
That was him.
That was me, probably. Yeah.
For the first year, he would wrap up the entire cable.
There's so much cable.
It's like
5
tight as
minutes.
shit. Your hand's just like not moving after that.
Right.
Like your fingers are turning
Like
purple.
Henry Rollins, like a metal singer. That's what it was. That and this.
Standing cross-armed.
Oh, it's the worst.
Because it probably shows if I was at a comedy. I've never been to a comedy show.
Yeah,
that's
we
crazy to
talked
me.
about that because you said it on mic.
I've never been to one.
How is that possible?
Dude, I don't know.
You watch it
I
on
love
TV.
Yeah. I love watching people's specials and shit. I just never been.
But live comedy is like 100 million times better than watching it on TV.
Oh, I bet. I don't. First of all, I didn't really get into this until I started doing the podcast. Like I've always liked stand up, obviously. Mm-hmm. But like once I started doing the podcast, is like I didn't realize stand up comedy around here was even a thing.
Right. I
You
didn't
know what I
either.
mean?
Sure, me neither.
Well, plus like I'm not. You guys are in Albany. I'm
Yeah.
in fucking an
Yeah.
hour away from you guys.
So
Well, I grew up in East Burn. You know where that is?
Don't even know what that is.
Or like Schoharie.
yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
So it's like similar vibe to this.
Right.
It's the boonies.
Yeah.
There's fucking nothing going on.
But so Cooperstown's how far?
So the closest city, is that what you're asking me, is Utica.
Okay, Utica.
I'm
Utica
50.
has comedy, stuff going on.
But they don't advertise it unless I'm in the wrong fucking field. I figured when I put this podcast out, because it does decent. Like my
Right.
numbers are all right for like not having a huge sponsor or promotion. It's literally just me, and it does pretty good. And I figured for sure, like once I started having guests on, especially guests from Utica, like somebody from fucking in the Utica comedy scene would hit me up that want to be on the show. And I say it all the time. I'm like, if you're a local comic and you want to be on the show, because I support that and I love it, and want to hear your story, you know? So nobody's ever hit me up.
Dude, I want to go to Utica.
I don't.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
We should do the open mics in Utica. I wonder what that's like.
Like I would look into.
Well, when you guys find one, you let me know, and I will go with you guys.
We'll find you. Well, yeah. You want to?
I'm serious because I know a lot of people out in that world. So like, yeah, if you find one, chances are I'll know people there. So
you've watched Kill Tony, you said, right?
Yeah.
Did you? So when did you start watching it? When they moved to Austin?
So I've known about Tony Hinchcliffe forever.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I've never watched a full episode.
Oh, you're one of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I just see the skits.
Yeah,
like
you watch or like the clips online.
Yeah,
I know so many people like that, and like they say if they watch the whole episode, they hate it. They're
really?
Like,
yeah, it's not
awful.
good.
Yeah, you're one of those too.
I'm one of those people. Yeah.
I love the whole episode.
It's not good.
I watched the episode, but I'm skipping.
How long are they? They're pretty long.
It's like 2 hours.
But it is like it's the only televised version of an open mic.
Right.
It's like as close to an open mic as you can get.
It's crazy they only give them 1 minute though. Like I wouldn't even be able to introduce myself in 1 minute.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but
that's the magic of the show.
No,
is that,
I
like,
know.
That's what got me to start doing comedy. Is that it's like, oh, I get 5 minutes at an open mic.
Right.
Like, look at these people. They're being fun. Some of them are being funny in 1 minute.
So how do you feel about Cam Patterson and Uncle Laser and all those guys?
I mean, a lot of those guys suck, but that's what I was kind of getting at.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
I wanted to know if you would watch the show before or if you watch the show now. Because now the show's established. It's popular.
Right. Yeah.
They have to
appease the audience. They have to appease the views.
It's not the same thing anymore. It
Right.
used to be this is a televised open mic.
Well,
now it's a show about a televised open mic.
Yeah,
so it's not really.
I mean,
the
they
same
sold
thing.
out fucking Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So
I'm not shit. I still watch every episode.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
it's
once
great.
you get to that level, you're pretty mainstream.
And you need.
I'd kill for that to be on it.
Oh,
I take that minute
that
any
would
day.
change your
And
life.
I would
dude.
do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like once you get to a level where it's like, oh, people expect it to be this good every
Right,
week.
I get what you're saying.
I want repeating characters.
It's
I want
not
people
that.
like,
It's not like how it used to be, where it's like raw and grungy, fucking like real comics working it out up there and fighting to get their time on stage and shit.
Well, I mean, it used to just be an open mic. Like you would just randomly see some homeless guy on stage.
Well,
and
you
he's
would put
just
your.
fucking,
It's the whole thing. You put your name in the hat, and they would literally draw your name out of the hat, and that's who got to get up for that day.
And they're still doing that. The thing is, they just have like.
Now there's hundreds of
There's
people.
so many
It used to be like 60 people,
Right.
maybe.
And there's so many regulars. So like the show getting diluted by
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's getting very diluted with how popular it has gotten.
Yeah. But
So-
you also like. I feel like he has to because if you had the
he's
old
got to
format,
he's got to appease the masses at this
that's-
point. You know,
that's why I would love for you to go to an open mic because you notice like, oh wow, a lot of people are bad.
Oh,
like, there's
dude.
a lot of people doing.
I'd probably
this
get in
that
a
are,
fight with somebody because I would just make fun of them.
or they're bad for sure. They're bad on a given night.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say is that they're not. Maybe they're not bad all the time, but you're gonna see like on any given night, most people are gonna not do very well.
Yeah.
And then you could go the next night and watch the same person crush with the same exact material. And you'll be like, what the fuck?
Well,
like,
see,
he's
that's
being funny tonight. How come he wasn't doing that last night? or
That's
whatever?
another thing about comedy that I don't think people understand is like when you go see a comic, they're not doing different fucking jokes every time you see them.
Yeah.
Maybe at an open mic they are because you're working your material and all that shit. But like when you go to a real comedy show, every club they go to, they're doing that same set. Maybe a little difference here, a little difference there. But
Yeah, we were just arguing
they're
about that in the car.
they're doing that to do their hour, to, you know what I mean, to like get that special, to do whatever the fuck it is they're trying to accomplish.
Chapel Roan singing "Hot to Go" every fucking night. Like she's doing
Yeah.
the same thing, and everybody's fine
I don't know
with
who
it.
that is.
You know, like,
I didn't know what you were saying when you said that. Like, what the fuck
Chapel
is that?
Roan? You don't know who Chapel Roan is?
Nah, dude.
but anyway, like a musician is playing the same song every night
yeah.
too, right? And people
Yeah,
are
I
cool
played
with
in
that.
bands for a little while, so
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it's the same. It's
She's
you
like
know,
the Britney Spears of today.
Yeah.
Or like the.
And what, you're digging it?
Lady
You love
Gaga.
it?
She's more of like a Lady
like
Gaga
Lady
kind of
Gaga, or, like,
situation.
she's just like the most popular like female pop artist.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
wouldn't know. I
Just for like pop culture references. or
yeah,
whatever.
believe it or not, I listen to country and punk music.
Yeah, we love country.
Two complete different things.
I like '90s country.
Yes, yeah, that's what I listen to. Well, I love Luke Combs. He's like one of my favorites. He's
Yeah,
real.
I don't like. I know who he is.
He's
but, like,
real,
I don't-
dude. If you listen to his shit that's not on the radio, it's really good. It's like very '90s country. That's why I like it. So
Yeah, I grew up with like
George Jones, baby.
Clint Black.
He's one of my faves.
Garth Brooks, Travis Tritt,
Hell yeah, babe.
Randy
Love that.
Travis. Like,
My love is deeper than
fucking
the
great
hollers.
songs.
It's one of my favorite songs, dude. It's one of my favorites.
And it's funny because that's the only, and I like before that.
Yeah.
But like, once Honky Tonk Badonkadonk came out, I was kind of out on country music because it became this other
Is that Big
thing.
and Rich, right?
Yeah.
Big and Rich?
I love that shit.
That honky tonk badonkadonk.
It literally like was like, okay, I'll see myself out now.
See, I feel like you'd be like into the punk rock scene with your little beret on.
No,
you know what I mean?
See, I have friends that were super into punk, and I always used to be like, I don't care for the music as much.
Oh, I love it.
But I really appreciate the vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
punk shows are the best.
Yeah,
dude.
like I get it. I get what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that they're doing it. I just can't listen to the same four chords played.
That's the vibe I get from you. I thought like when you walked up, I'm like, oh, dude, this guy should have a pair of Converses on, fucking with a Misfits patch on his beret or something. Is that what they're called, berets, right?
It's like I don't even know what this is called. It's a cap. I don't know. Like, it's not a beret for sure.
A cap.
But yeah, I don't
G'day,
know.
ma'am.
It's a Kangol from like the 70s. I've owned this hat for longer than you've been alive.
I bet. It looks pretty old.
Yeah. And I bought it used. Like I bought it at a thrift store when I was like 14.
Some guy got shot in it, probably.
It also doesn't come off. That pin is actually keeping it attached to his head. It never comes off of his head.
It became like a trademark at some point. It's just the hat I wear a lot.
Really?
I wear a different hat and people make fun of me for not wearing the hat.
No shit.
We used to make fun of him for the hat, and now if he tries to change it, we're like, nah.
Yeah, then they make fun of me for not wearing
You like
the hat.
showed up with a hat like mine?
Yeah. I have I wear
Baseball
like a
caps
Yankee
and
hat and stuff
Really?
like that. once in a
Okay.
while. Yeah. But very rarely.
Right.
And I didn't for a long time.
Are you bald? Is that what the thing is? Oh,
sure,
okay.
but
Yeah.
like, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I have no
Oh,
qualms
okay.
about it.
Gotcha.
It's not the worst.
Right. It could be way worse.
But like, I always worked in food service and stuff. I always wore hats.
Yeah.
So I just wear hats.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I wore hats.
I gave myself a skullet when I was a teenager. You know what that is?
No.
So actually, I didn't do it. My friends, I passed out drunk, and my buddy took the top of my hair right here because I used to have long hair, and he just fucking cut it. So like, you know how you have the wreath head, like that.
no.
So it was just like super. Well, once I woke up, I was like, well, we might as well just shave all that off because that looks ridiculous. So it was all skin at the top of my head right here, and then I just had long hair on the sides, and then I would get gel and fucking spike it out like Bozo the Clown, kind of.
Like what's his name from Bad Friends? One of the producers.
Yes, yeah.
Like
Carlos.
when he shaved his head?
When Carlos. But when Carlos takes his hat off, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
But
No,
you're
I'm
talking about
thinking
McCone.
of McCone.
When McCone, yeah. Same thing.
Right.
Same thing. So yeah, I did that. I only had it for a couple days because I was just like, I can't be
It's like Hulk Hogan, essentially. Like kind of.
They're like scaring women out of the town with that shit.
100% Hulk Hogan, dude. When he takes that fucking do-rag off.
Yeah.
He's
so bald.
He's just so bald and it's tan as fuck, and he's just got that white ass hair. Oh shit! Do you guys watch wrestling?
I used to.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I watched it for too long.
I'm like getting back into it. It's weird.
Yeah, I just don't have time for it.
But it's not even like I'm getting back in. I'm not getting into new wrestling. I'm just going back to all the old shit.
Oh, I've thought about doing that.
Sure.
Because Peacock has like everything wrestling.
Really?
They have So if you get Peacock, they have a deal with WWE. Any any pay-per-view they ever did is on Peacock.
I bet you there's one that isn't on there.
Oh, like what? As far as
I would
what?
say like when
like when Vince shit on that girl. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was thinking more like Chris Benoit related potentially.
Oh no, the whole thing's on there.
Yeah?
They did a whole documentary about him. It's on Peacock.
I was thinking that or when what's his name?
When the guy
when Owen Hart died.
Yeah. Okay.
Me and my buddies were watching that in a friend's living room,
dude.
And like they didn't show it because there was a delay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we died in the ring, and they were like, "Let's get on with it."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, I keep catching myself because like I get hammered and then I pass out, but I fucking wake up stupid early still because of like how my work schedule regimen is. Right. I get up at 2:00 in the morning for work, so sleeping into me is 5 a.m. I got an extra fucking 3 hours of sleep, and at 5 a.m. I'm fucking wide awake, and I'm just like, all right, well, nobody's gonna be up for the next 4 hours probably, so I just catch myself hungover as shit on the couch in the dark watching old wrestling shit. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing right now?
You work like overnights or something?
No, I work at I'm not gonna say where I work, but yeah, I told you guys.
Yeah.
No, I got to be there by 4 a.m. and it's an hour drive, so I get up at 2, shower, and then hit the road by 3. So yeah, I go to bed at like 7, 8. I had to buy blackout curtains so I could in the summertime so I could go to bed.
Yeah, I worked overnights for like 9 years.
Oh, I love that shit. If I could, the only reason I stopped was because of my kid.
Yeah.
I had a kid and me and her mom split up, so I was just like, well, I can't do overnights anymore. I'm never going to see my child.
Right.
So I got
and it also makes you a crazy person.
Yeah.
Like
dude,
working overnights turns you into a lunatic.
I was it wasn't full overnights. It was 4 to 2. It was 4 to 2 in the morning. So it was like partial overnight. You know what I mean?
I worked full.
They used to try to make me do that on the weekends where Mike works. So when you come in on the weekends, you would work 6 to 6, but it was 6 at night to 6 in the morning. I only did it a handful of times because walking out of that warehouse and the sun's coming up fucks you. It fucks with your brain so goddamn bad if you're not used to it.
Yep.
It's wild.
I worked in the mall for years. I worked at Foot Locker with Mike.
That's awesome.
We worked together for a long time. And
you want one of these?
yeah, I'll take one. Have them now.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. See, it's way easier when you got the cooler over here. You don't got to get up for beers.
This is what I would do. I do this.
That's what I did.
I felt like it wasn't. No, was it?
Yeah, you use your fingers like the fulcrum to like pry it.
That's right.
That's crazy. Look at this fancy little.
I have a real Jameson one from the bar that my buddy stole across the street. It's right out there. Like, you know how they have the big rectangle Johns that the girls put in their back pockets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was sitting on the bar. There's a bar across the street.
It was big, long, flat.
Yeah. It was sitting on the bar. She fucking opened somebody's drink and she set it on the bar. And I love booze, obviously. And I was drinking a lot of Jameson at the time.
Oh, that is not a White Claw. It's so funny. Like I knew it wasn't, but like.
That's really good.
It's like taking a sip of what you think is milk and it's orange juice, and you're like, oh,
what the fuck?
Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, my buddy we were sitting there drinking, and like I said, the girl opened somebody's drink and then put the opener on the bar, and my buddy just went like this and stole it, put it in his pocket, and then we were walking back over here, and he's like, hey, B-Rag, I got you something, and he fucking tosses me that, and I'm like, you fucking sly motherfucker. It was pretty funny.
I had friends that used to steal pint glasses.
Dude, I got
everywhere.
My whole fucking cupboard's full of them.
Yeah,
dude, they're sick. I don't know why, but they're cool as shit.
I get it.
Yeah,
and
dude.
they were free.
Yeah, I worked at a ski resort in Vermont for a long time. So like every time they get a new batch of them in, because like up there they drink all that microbrew shit, and they all have cool ass logos. Yeah. So it would be like J Peak, and then it would have like the microbrew on the other side. So I would be like, yeah, well, that's coming home with me tonight. So.
I had a Sam Adams one.
I had one in there. That was like Rebel IPA.
That was like the bottom of it was indented like a ball. Like
yeah.
It was a basketball and it was orange. So like it just looked like a basketball at the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
And then you ran it through the dishwasher 3 times and that basketball was clear. It was no longer orange.
Oh shit. So when's your guys' next show? I know you guys have been posting a lot lately of that one. I actually reposted it for you guys. I can't remember what the fuck it is about or what it said, but I think you just posted it in your story not too long ago.
Yeah, that's next Friday at the Van Dyke in Schenectady.
That's an actual show though. That's not an open mic, right?
No, it's like a charity competition.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be like.
Have either of you guys gotten paid to do comedy yet?
I mean, yes. For sure.
So then you're official comics, because that's how
I
look at it. Is like the second. Well, actually, Joey Diaz says that he's like the first. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, $20, or $100. You get paid to do comedy, you're officially a comic.
Yeah. We've both done probably 20-ish, 20 plus.
Paid gigs?
Yeah, I mean, $20.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, sometimes you're not making much. Sometimes
it's just free booze. Sometimes you wind up your bar tabs bigger than what you got paid for the night.
Hell yeah.
You know, like
mine would be 100%.
Right. Yeah. And that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's about practice.
Yeah.
Because you can't practice at home.
Why, your dad doesn't want to watch you?
Yeah, right. Just imagine. Maria Bamford did a special in front of her mom and dad.
Can you watch me do this quick?
Maria Bamford's a comic. She did a set in her living room to her mom and her dad as a special. God, and like she's a weird, quirky comic. She's fun, but like. Yeah, she did something like that. Yeah, my dad wouldn't hate it, but he wouldn't care either.
Dude, my girlfriend gets pissed. Sometimes if I'm just trying to be funny, she'll just be like, "Is this a bit?" Yeah, you're trying a bit on me.
Does she support you as a comic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how you actually might meet her. I don't know. She might be here at some point, but depending on how long we go. But
she just doesn't want to be the test audience. You know what I mean? She doesn't want me to be like testing a joke on her, and then she laugh, and me will be like, "Let me write that down. I'm doing that tonight when I get to the bar."
Do you use her as material though?
Oh yeah.
Because I totally would.
Oh yeah.
I would.
I use my dad a lot. A lot.
You definitely should.
And it's honest and it's true, most of it, like almost all of it. And it, so like the audience gets that too. Like, and you're way more comfortable talking about things on stage that are personal to you than like if you're trying to come up with like a fanciful idea. It can still be just as funny, but it's harder.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thing him and I have in common is that we're comics that kind of just take like our personal life and then try to make that funny.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do because obviously I live a very I don't want to say theatrical life, but I have a lot of fucking stories from my life because of the dumb shit that I've done. So it's fun to talk about. That's kind of how this podcast started. But like, that's 100% what
you'd be surprised how much it's more of the mundane.
Yeah.
Than not that that crazy time we all went to Mexico. Like that isn't as funny as like every day I get up and I have to do this thing.
Yeah.
And like that's where you find like most of the funnier stuff.
I feel like I would just talk about being a parent the whole time about how much I hate it. I hate it so much, but all my friends are like, you need to stop saying that because you're one of the best dads I've ever seen. Dude, my buddies yell at me about it all the time. They're like, you talk so much shit about being a parent on that podcast, and all my daughter's friends' parents listen to this, which is probably not good. But like,
hello,
I'm just like, I'm just like, I fucking hate being a parent. It's the worst thing ever. I gotta fucking do this and that, and then they're like, dude, you just drove your truck in a fucking cheer parade last week. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't hate it. I'm like, no, but I really do. Like, I can't fucking stand it.
What you hate, and this is why I don't want kids.
I'm
what
selfish.
You hate is the freedom. You hate,
dude. I hate not being free anymore.
You hate the option of not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't have that option.
Yeah, no.
And like that's why I don't want children. Is because I am a weird person, and I would like that option.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not worth that trade-off to me.
It wasn't planned, I'll tell you that. It was not planned.
Yeah, no, that would be, oh man, that would bother me a lot. Like having a kid.
It did.
Like a random kid.
What do you mean it did? It fucking did.
See, here's the other thing though, is that kids are a wealth of comedy.
Well, you have you were just
funny.
saying, you have a girl, like, are you guys, how long you and your old lady been together for?
Almost as long as I've been doing comedy, like 2 years.
Really?
Years,
so she's been with you from day one of you doing comedy?
Not really day one. I was doing it for probably like 6 to 7 months before I met her.
Okay.
But, yeah, pretty close.
Are you guys, so you're like serious couple?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in your 30s, so you guys gonna get married? You gonna do that whole shtick, or?
Maybe.
I don't want to throw you under the bus. You might watch.
She's definitely going to listen to this too.
Yeah, no, she's not. She's not like a big like. She's not like big into kids. She's not big into marriage either.
Oh, okay,
we're chilling. We're
nice.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
She's still going to school, figuring out her thing, and
right on.
I'm doing comedy. So.
And then you're just gonna be a free man.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get married.
Yeah.
I'm not really marriage material.
I don't want to get married, but my old lady's not really giving me a choice right now. She's like, you're marrying me. I'm like, all right, whatever.
See, I'm lucky in that. Like, my girl is not pestering me in any sense.
Well, we've been together for 4 years, so.
Oh, so I have 2 more years, is what you're saying?
Dude, son happens. Like, I was very upfront with her when we first started dating, and I'm like, this is how I am. Like, I was just coming out of like being in a motorcycle club and like living a very crazy life, and you gotta watch some old episodes. I get into it a little bit.
You joined a motorcycle club, but you're like, oh, open mics? I don't know. I'd be really nervous on stage.
Yeah, right. You have knuckle tattoos, and you're like, I'm nervous on stage. Like, that's funny to me.
I'm being honest with you. I'm profusely sweating right now.
It's like not only did you ride a motorcycle, but you were part of a gang.
It wasn't a gang, all right? There was fucking 6 of us, We used to hang out with some crazy people.
I didn't talk, dude. I didn't say a word the whole time.
No, that was the thing. That was too much. That's why I got kicked out.
Oh, did you really? Oh, that's nuts. Oh, no.
Yeah, so I got kicked out because I ran my mouth too much. We don't talk about it on the show, though.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. I have brought it up a couple times, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to talk about this.
You're afraid they listen?
Oh, they do.
Oh, no.
All of them do.
Fellas?
It's not a club anymore, so it's fine, but it's just whatever. So
that's funny.
Yeah, it was a big part of my life. But yeah, I was coming out of that and like some other crazy shit that I don't talk about on here. And yeah, now we've been together for 4 years, and it's just like, all right, she's 5 years younger than me too. Mm-hmm. So she's just like, yeah, she's like, I want to get married. And I'm just like, I don't. She's like, well, then we're not going to be together. I'm like, well, I don't want you to go anywhere. Like, you're cool.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I like hanging out with you. She's like my best friend. That's a girl.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck, all right.
That's
whatever.
how they trick you.
I know. Well, because I'll give it to her because I told her, obviously, I don't want any more kids. Like, I got one. She's 8. She's going to be 8 next Friday. So it's like, to start all over again, I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm like, I've already come this far. I got maybe another 8 years. She'll be 16. Fucking, she's on her own at that point, like taking care of her. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as like having to be a helicopter parent, I don't want to have that big of an age gap with another kid. Like, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just not. So she gave up for that, and she takes care of my kid. Like, she does really well with that. So I'm just like, all right, one hand washes the other. I guess I'll just fucking do it. So, whatever. I don't even know how we got talking about that.
I dealt with that growing up. I have like 4 siblings.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Actually, you guys want? I gotta piss too. So you guys want to take a little?
Yeah, we can take a little.
I was gonna say
I'll have a smoke.
After, all right. After this, I want to get into your guys' childhoods a little bit and fucking. All right, we'll be right back, Keith. Cut all this shit out. All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna end the show.
Cool.
All
Thank
right.
you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Hey, thank you guys for making thank you for making the drive out here. I really appreciate it. I know it was a little bit of a haul.
Nah, it's all right.
You know, I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys liked it?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to plug all their social medias in the description like we always do. We got Blake Whitbeck and J.Connolly over here. Make sure you follow their social medias and keep your eye out for them because, you know, they're funny stand-up comics. So, as always, we love you guys, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.